Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. Good morning and good day and good night to you. So I thought what I'd do today is something kind of fun, along the lines is there a secret, is there a special secret or an exchange that happens between you and your guides, you and yourself, a pact you make, a direction you go? What really starts this progressive level of winning, living, thriving, achieving, grasping onto your dreams, right? My whole thing from the get-go is, get some goals, stay really quiet about them, hit them out of the ballpark, and then just have a celebration for yourself. When we try to include too many people in our notion of where we want to go, they can't envision it if they are not us. This is pretty much like our soul mission, our accomplishments, things that come from deep, deep inside and resonate with us. And because we're an original and everybody is, other people can see it as being so far-fetched, so crazy, so out of this world. And the reason I was compelled to do this was last night, me and my daughter stayed up talking till 2 a.m, and it was amazing. And we were sharing a laugh, and we were just talking about everything. And it's like, she goes, I had a really sad time, Mom. She goes, when I decided I wanted to do certain things and I thought it was way beyond my grasp, that's not a possibility. She goes, and you get really sad and depressed about yourself and you think that everything's impossible. She goes, until you spend a little time alone. And she's always been a writer and all this stuff. And she said, and then I realized, that the actual opposite is true. And she's like, and I see that in you. She's like, when you speak, your voice is so strong, so directed, so powerful. You know exactly what you're talking about, where you want to go and what you want to do. And you share that with others. She goes, and that's amazing. And it was such a lovely thing to hear, from her, because we rarely have time to spend together. She works often, so you might hear little weird cat noises because the kittens might be just trying to eat the household. But I was so impressed with her outlook now for an 18-year-old. She's a super, super old soul, and she's a Cancer and a deep thinker, a writer, amongst other things. And I was just so impressed by our conversation that that she had noticed that the actual opposite of what she used to think is now true, that there's always opportunities everywhere. There's always hopeful, helpful people around us when we look for them. And, it's one of those things where we have to open our eyes to it. So we're going to have a 3-card choice on this. And we have number 1 right here. So you can look at the image right there. Number 2 and number 3. Number 1 is sort of a ballerina pantomime lying down, and she's envisioning herself on the high wire, this probably imaginary high wire, and what that could entail for sure. Number 2, I love, this is one of my favorite cards. We have another ballerina above a beautiful koi fish pond, and she's got a bird companion. I love the imagery in that. It's very beautiful. And 3, I love this sort of special masquerade type of hats. And she has beautiful doves. So I'm going to let you make your choice. And this is also number 42. That's number 33. And that is number 1. So I am going to let you make your choice. And I'm going to start. And we're going to see, what magic is going to happen for you. And if what your messages are that should resonate with you. And please feel free to watch all of these, because they're only 5 minutes each, and they all can have some kind of magical resonation at any time. Something can just seep through those ethers. I always feel like a day is like 1,000 layered, like a tiny, flaky, super flaky croissant or something. There's all these little avenues and nooks and crannies and things that are to be discovered. So why in the world would we just sit on the surface of that? Why wouldn't we want to delve into something we don't know and experience something new, right? And have variety. So let's see what's going on for you. This is about ambitions, goals, and inspiration. If you want to make your dreams come true, the first thing you have to do is wake up. Absolutely, we can plan, plot to our nth degree in our head. But guess what? If we don't actually get out there, we're not going to be able to do that. So it's important you surround yourself with people who make you feel supported, encouraged, and inspired. And I posted yesterday on Instagram. Please come see me over on Instagram at SparChrist11. We do all kinds of great posts, and it's such a great tribe over there. And I do contests and all this stuff, so I'd love to see you over there. So anyway, you definitely are moving into a place where you're realizing you can't control the situation, but you have the power over your reaction. So it's realizing that you're not going to rely on anybody to make you happy, and you're going to have a whole new level of freedom, which is like, I don't need to have everything. I don't need to be out there and be everything. I don't need to compare myself, because honest to God, the happiest people don't have the best of everything. They just make the best of everything they have. Often I will see huge families down at our beach, and they'll be huge Spanish families, and they'll be singing and dancing. And guess what? They have one thing to eat. They have a bunch of like beef, or they have a bunch of hot dogs, and they'll bring gallons of water, because you can tell they don't have a lot of money, and like one guitar or a harmonica, and they are having the absolute best time because they are making the best of everything they have. Meanwhile, you have the ultra crispy whiteys that are, I always call that, because they look tense, they look brittle, they have a million things, all these coolers that they pay hundreds of dollars for, but they all look miserable. They're very argumentative, because you know what, nothing is ever enough sometimes in certain groups. So I feel like the moment when you start acting like life is a blessing, it really starts to feel like one, and you guys are definitely going to experience that. So we're going to start with your main tarot. Ooh, so you have the Ace of Swords, which is really cool, because I definitely feel, right now that this is about new ideas, plans, projects, for sure, your new beginnings, total victory and success and breakthroughs. Your vision is going to have force in the next couple months. So be assertive, because you're going on autopilot, and you're making the right decisions. You're divinely guided. Things are being helped for you. And look at this. Look at what it's going to be resulting in too. You have the Knight of Fire. It's passion. It's adventure. It's self-assuredness. You're going to have a sudden event too that needs immediate attention, so keep an eye on it. Times of the essence, thinking things through carefully. I think you're going to be offered a contract to sign something. Just look at it, think carefully, but again, this is all about getting out of your head and getting into action. Once a thought is realized, it becomes a reality once you take a step towards it. Once you start writing and planning for it, guess what? It's on the agenda. You have to remember that. It doesn't take much. It just takes a little bit of focus, and then you start to originate plans for it. Then it takes off. And look at this. Yeah. Intend and create. So this group, you're having sort of your genie in a bottle that's coming out and going, come on, man, you've already imagined this, but it only can go so far in your head. So let it go and oscillate and gain its momentum, and really get out there and be an actual occurrence, right? Be an occurrence in your life. And I feel like this is your message too from the Crystal Angels, as Zorite is about deep emotional healing. Your heart is ready to heal from the past experiences, and you are willing to devote time and energy towards this therapeutic care. And it can be anything from reading up on other people's personal stories, like that Chicken Soup for the Soul, things like that you realize you're not alone in this arena, that occurrences, whether how hurtful at any given time, can be healed through addressing them, working through them step by step, and releasing them. Because in most cases where people have to heal, they did not bring this about. Other people brought that to them, brought that pain to their door. But you have to decide whether you want to open the door to that or keep it closed. And you guys are like, nope, I am all about healing and moving onward and success and just trying to create something beautiful. And you're going to have breakthroughs in that, because you can change your life when you change your thinking. If you think I'm light, I'm spirit, I'm wonderful, it's time to acknowledge it. You create your own reality. If you want to change it, it's time to change your mind. That's it. You got it. You know what I mean? As we get older, we're going to understand more and more. It's not what we look like. It's not what we own. It's all about the person you've become. And you're constantly becoming and evolving. So be proud of that and step into that. So that's amazing. And that's definitely your messages, you guys, for number one. Yeah, you have all kinds of beautiful change, growth, and ascending that you're going through. And it's lovely. And you're going to be pretty fearless, because you're going to realize, you're only answerable to yourself, and you don't need to share your dreams with anybody until you have them aligned in the method that you'd like to align them in. So I love that for you. So if you're planning anything, go out there and just really wrap your arms around that dream and embrace it and go for it. So love and light to this group. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and don't forget to press like and subscribe. And I want to thank all my new patrons. You guys are remarkable. Listen, if you want to get my course, it's normally going to be $100. For $1, go join my Patreon page. It is thriving over there. You get all, and depending on what you want, you can join any tier. You can get free reads on certain tiers, all kinds of things. It is miraculous. People trying these steps are getting insane benefits. I'm telling everybody that one girl who tried my method, she's my main girl out in the field because I only have time to really follow and document her right now, and the other stuff is just like in a file. They were together 9 days and he already proposed to her, and he's like, I can't even look at about anybody else, I can't think about anybody else. It's remarkable. And now he's like trying to get her to go to where he lives and see his family. It's very beautiful and it's remarkable. And, you know, it just works. It works on the heart strings, the everything. It just combines. It's psychology. But I really had to pour over some stuff to get to the geniuses and the meat of the matter. And, you know, I've arrived at a lot of really cool conclusions and have workable solutions for this, because I want people to be answered. I don't want people hanging. I don't want them to feel like they're losing out or love is lost or someone's right within their grasp and they only need 1 or 2 sentences to hold on to that and expand and create a life with a person, you know, when you know that's what's going on. And it's funny because I've been married, you know, 25 years, and Ian's like, yeah, you're always that person, you know, that is different and is exciting and says nice, kind things that, you know, help me. And yeah, it's just one of those things. It's the psychology of things and the connection. So yeah, go down and check out all the links down below. I have my Etsy store. Thank you all my Etsy patrons for your custom orders and your beautiful feedback on my jewelry. I really appreciate it. I'm glad the stones and the vibrations are helping, healing, and opening doors for you. I'm very excited. Yeah, I do rituals with all my stones for all my jewelry as well. So we're going to go on to number 2, and this looks really cool, and I know it's going to be good. 33. Let me know if you chose this one, because I feel like 33 is a very special number for a lot of people. So this is about patience and waiting for the right moment. Time is but a stream of I go efficient in. I drink at it, and while I drink, I see the sandy bottom. I detect how shallow it is. Its thin current slides away, but eternity remains. And that's a quote from Henry David Thoreau, who I adore. So this is a ballerina casting a golden line in a lure, which to capture a desired goal or item. The process is calm and planned. The pace is leisurely. There's no rush. There's no looming deadline. She knows that when the right time comes, so the kingfisher, as a harbinger of tranquility, accompanies her together, and they wait. Despite the desire for results, some occasions or decisions simply should not be rushed. You know, approach either with caution, restraint, waiting for that opportune moment. So we must also be wary of being too indulgent and devoting too much time waiting for some imagined perfect moment, right? Person or thing. Worthy opportunities may be lost if they are overlooked in anticipation for some intangible, better option to arrive, right? If we're always waiting for bigger, better thing, we're really not going to see what's right in front of us and approach it at the right angle, right? That fear of missing out, that's going to evaporate for you, and you're going to really realize, wow, I can sit back in a restful state and wait. You know, I can put my golden line and lure in there, and I can sit back and wait at a leisurely pace. I do not need to rush. Again, it's that thing where, you know, you get older, you understand more and more. It's not about what you own, look like. It's just the person you've become. And that's a very restful state to be in. And let's see what's coming for you. Oh, beautiful. So you have the Ace of Air, new beginnings, brilliant new ideas, inspiration, seeing the truth of a situation. I love that, because when we have that, we realize it's like a fresh white page. We can put anything on. Every day a new day dawns. We can do whatever we want, be whatever we want, approach it in a new way we want. We can work in unison with people around us, people that we have shared values with. It's important. We have direction, purpose, objectives, and all we need to do is take that first step, right? If one advances confidently in the direction of his dreams and endeavors to live his life, which he's imagined, he's going to meet it with success and unexpected surprises all the time. Consider reasons why any direction is better than the other, right? Why is somebody else's choice better? It isn't. They are all beautiful, reasonable possibilities that we need to step into, and I really love that. So, oh yeah, look at this. You have the Knight of Wands, which is, I wanted to make sure my head wasn't in the shot with my crazy hair. I love this. You have the Knight of Wands, and you know, that's all about coming from a really strong, stable mental place too. You have passion for something, but it's very integrity driven. It's very purpose driven. And it's focused and fast moving energy, which is fantastic. Again, that's why, you know, you have this direction and purpose, which is really beautiful. And sometimes I feel like a little, right now you're going to have high magnetism. I always feel like anytime the Knight of Wands comes in, this is about attraction, magnetism, even possible infatuation. I feel like for every man there exists a bait which he cannot resist swallowing. And that's a quote from Friedrich Nietzsche, and it's always stood with me because there's something impulsive. That's why, seriously, go over to my Patreon page and get my course. It's insane. You can get it for as little, you join for $1, you support my channel, and you get this course. And it's all about the bait. It's about, so men are activated by certain emotional triggers, and it took me a while to get all this information together, but it works. It's like infallible. It's ridiculous how quickly it is like having the best fishing equipment in the world, so really know that you're on to something. You're on fire. And right now I feel like your stones too might be smoky quartz, and this is about clearing away negativity. Release negativity from within and around you, and smoky quartz is awesome at that. It dispels all that negative energy. It works like a citrine and a kyanite. It really, really deflects it and clears it away. I love smoky quartz. It's like my 4th favorite stone, and it's a beautiful powdery smoky brown. It can almost look gold sometimes. And if you need anything custom made with that, let me know. You see a picture of anything, I can duplicate it. I feel like it's really important to protect our personal space and energy, because I was listening to Hops yesterday talking about when he was young, how he would just write all the time to kind of disengage from people. I had things like that too. When I was on the playground, I could sense others' anxiety, pain, fear, whatever was misaligned, and I could hear it, feel it. It was awful. So I would just go off and just start doing shit on my own because I needed peace of mind, until I think I had protective angels around that helped me cope with that and certain things. Like I automatically would have stones on me and all these things and rocks, and water was my favorite element. Yeah, it was very weird. And then all of a sudden I could be in large groups, but it took me days to recover. Like if I was at a concert, holy crap, I need like 2 days to chill out. So take care of your needs right now too is definitely one of the messages that I'm hearing. Take care of everything. Eat well. I feel like sometimes you rush in your diet and you grab what's ever available, but later you feel that. I feel like you have to watch your acidity in your diet and go with more alkaline foods. And I'm going to post something later on. Please go to my Instagram page. It's Sparkrist11. I do several postings on that. I'm actually going to post a thing on alkaline rich foods, because what happens is you gain massive weight. If you have high acid, it's like poison to your body. It restricts a lot of the flow, and it can give you acid reflux, but it also makes you put on weight and has all kinds of repercussions. So you really need an alkaline diet to absorb the minerals you need. That's a big thing too. So I will definitely put some stuff in that. So care for yourself, slow down. It's about you. You don't have to do anything or burn yourself out or go, hell for leather for anybody else. This is all about your beautiful, look at these friggin' things you got going here. Yeah. You have this ace of air energy that is just brilliant. Your headspace is going to be clear and clean, and you're going to have a lot of cool stuff coming in for yourself. So that's you guys. Amazing energy. So love and light to this group. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe. Also feel free to watch all of these. They all have little tidbits of how to just keep in some alignment when you feel a little bit off, because we all have that. We have our days where we start off great, we have an encounter, and we feel like everybody is shooting arrows at us, and sometimes we feel protected, guided, and it doesn't touch us. Other days we feel very vulnerable. So yeah, have a look at everything, and go down and check out my links below for your private reads. You get those right away within 48 hours, and this is primo time for them too. I love the beginning of April for that. And come see me on my Patreon page too if you'd like to support the channel and get my $100 course for $1. It's ridiculous. I have to corral it in one area right now, and that's my Patreon page. So come on over and check that out. Just pop on there and see what the results are for people. It's staggering. Okay, so now we're on to number 3, a new beginning, a release from the past. You may have a fresh start at any moment you choose. For this thing called failure is not falling down, but staying down. And that is true, right? When you just say, oh, defeated, that's it, game over. I keep referring to Hops because my guides always have me go watch him, especially when I need him. He was talking about depression. He said, that after a while, that becomes a choice, because depression can be like a decompression where you're feeling everything, and you feel pressed down, but then you compress, and then you realign and respond, and you make the choice to get over it, because you're getting in touch with your feelings. They're heavy. You have to filter through them, recognize them, and for a time, like he said, you go through bouts. It should only be a bout of depression, and then it's released and you go back up. And I love that, because I know a lot of you suffer from anxiety and depression, and my heart goes out to you. And everybody goes through this at any given stage when they're grieving when they've really been, hitting a dream hard and it can't be realized quite then. Everything's not aligned. Yeah, it can be hard financially. You can have some hardship. So it's very understandable. And I have a lot of compassion for that. But you have to really, really choose to, not stay down, right? So to move on from anything and to expand and explore for sure. So ensure that the time is right to move on. Has your present circumstances been truly fulfilled, or is it being abandoned prior to completion? So have some follow through. I'm terrible. I'll start one thing. I'll leave a half a necklace and then I'll start this, start that. Now I'm a lot better ever since I started my own businesses, and I have too many irons in the fire to not just go complete. I list everything. I go 1, 2, 3 ABC, 1, 2, 3 ABC. I mean, I never thought I would have this kind of discipline with my time, but I have to, to ensure that everybody gets, what I've told them I can deliver. And I'm definitely huge on that. So you guys are going to interpret things in a new sort of expansive way where you do have the capabilities and you are going to see things through. So look at this beautiful Knight. The other ones was a Knight too. You have the Knight of Pentacles. So you're going to really be able to in touch and make abundance out of your skill sets. And this is wonderful. We were talking about this the other day about if you have a creative force in you, if you have skill sets that other people are utilizing, don't forget to put a fee with that. You can't just do favors for people and this and that. And speaking of that, I want to make a blanket statement right now to people that are on Instantgo and my other things. I know you're super excited about my course over on Patreon and it's really working for you, but I can't be emailed every 5 minutes with what should I text now? What should I text now? I know you're excited and everyone I give you is getting you the results you want, but you have to wait till I get the fleet of pages up there and follow from that, because if I have 1,000 people asking me what to do now, I would never be able to get anything done. Okay. So you have to use the tools I'm giving you. You know what I mean? Thank you. I'm glad it's working for you and you guys are getting your results. So I will have those posts up there for you and give you these skill sets to use. Okay. So, but yeah, you have to have some independence. So I love that. And with this Pentacles, you're going to be able to divulge your gifts, but then have a viable income from them too. Never feel bad. Say, listen, I can do here's the fee right up front. That's it. I mean, boundaries. Everybody gets paid for their skills. You wouldn't, if you were a builder, if your friend was a builder, you wouldn't say, oh, good, you're coming to build my porch, right? Hell no. It takes, even if you supplied the wood, that doesn't matter. It's like even family members charge each other for things because it is your time. Okay. Absolutely never feel bad about being equally reimbursed for your skill sets. And that's what you're going to do. And Moonstone is your stone. Heightened intuition. Be extra aware of your inner knowing. It is trustworthy. I feel like that's definitely coming if you like that stone too. I feel like it's going to be extremely helpful for you right now. So you have another message, mountains. Stand your ground. Absolutely. I feel like if you have anybody at work or in your family that's trying to infringe on your privacy or anything, your privacy, your time, your resources, set firm boundaries and stand your ground. I'm telling you, that garners you respect. People, like, if you just say you were in a meeting, here's a hypothetical, you're in a meeting, you have a great idea and you start to exert what it is, and somebody knows where you're going with that and they know it's cosmic gold, so they then step over the line and they basically pull the rug out from under you using a louder voice. Continue what you're saying, take that information as their own. I've had people try to do this. What you have to do is go, oh no, would you mind letting me finish? Thank you very much. And then you continue in a stronger, lower voice, because people they understand that ideas have money, force, and recognition behind them. So stand your ground with this, because I feel like that might be something that's happening. So keep an eye out for that. But you have the 8 of Earth energy, which is skilled work is rewarded. Remember, we were just talking about that. You do have skills. You definitely do, whether it's writing, dancing, whatever it is, you have that. So make sure that you get equal, recompense for that, because you are skilled and it feels good. Listen, everybody, you have to have a fee for your work. It's ridiculous. What are you going to live in a yurt out in the middle of town? I don't think so. It's all about balance, any stuff. So yeah, you're going to be really amazing. You're going to have a lot of curiosity and a lot of things. And it's great. You're like, I don't need to compare myself to anybody. That just adds dissatisfaction. I just want to look outside and see what flowers are blooming outside my window today and keep it moving. You guys have a lovely aspect. So that is your messages number 3. Thank you for tuning in today. I really appreciate it. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe. Press it. The notification bell so you know when all the new videos go in. If you hit the little gray arrow at the bottom right, it'll bring you to all my links. Come see my Patreon page. Get this course. It's miraculous. People are getting text back right away. They're getting proposals. They're getting everything. It took me a long time I went to the creme de la creme to get this info and make composites of it because writers are too writery. Of course, they want to use words. They'll write 10 chapters before they give you one tagline, and I can pretty much speed read through that. I'm really lucky. So go over there and check it out. And also, if you want a personal read, all my information is down there. It's a really great time of year to get that. Just come and see all the stuff. So love and light to you guys.